Quest rewards that are worth the effort. Oblivion Remastered offers hundreds of quests for players to take on, all ranging in a variety of rewards. Some quests can be a challenge at certain levels but offer measly quest rewards or items that could be purchased somewhere else. However, there are some quests that are worth the effort and can grant players fun abilities and tools. The following rewards can shape certain builds, offer fun ways to complete other quests, or are just upgrades worth having in the game. Here's a rundown on how each of them works and the quests players need to complete in order to get them. Please excuse any mispronunciations by TTS, the English TTS has trouble with non-English words. But, if you watch Zentria, you should be fine. Warning, warning. This article may contain spoilers. This disclaimer is added by default, so this article may or may not contain spoilers. Ring of Kajietai for speed and stealth. Quest, Meridia. Stats, 35% Chameleon, and Fortify speed 10 PTS. A Breton healer at Meridia's shrine named Basil Ernard will offer a quest to players over level 10, suggesting they leave an offering at the shrine in the form of remains of the undead. Offering any ingredient from an undead creature will do, and Meridia will then instruct players to wipe out the necromancers in Howling Cave. This quest involves heading east of Castle Skingrad to the Howling Cave, where a challenging fight against necromancers will ensue. After successfully culling the 5 necromancers and their army of summons, players can return to the shrine. Here, Meridia will give players the Ring of Kajietai, a ring that fortifies speed and gives players Chameleon, acting as a great accessory for any stealth builds. Baniras Manor in Anvil, a well-earned home in Anvil. Quest, where the spirits have lease. Stats, a 2-floor house in Anvil. This quest begins when players meet Velwyn Baniras, an imperial man looking for potential buyers willing to take his late grandfather's mansion, Baniras Manor. If players purchase the house for 5,000 gold, one of the cheaper residences in all of Cyrodiil, and sleep in it, they will discover that the place is haunted. After tracking down Velwyn and convincing him to help lift the curse, he will take players down to a sealed portal in the basement. This quest takes a dark turn and has a challenging but rewarding fight when players meet Lorgran Baniras, the original owner of the manor who now lies half dead as a corpse in a necromancer chamber. Once players destroy Lorgran Baniras once and for all, the curse will be lifted, and they will have access to the manor for themselves. Night Mother's Blessing, a permanent buff to stealth. Quest, Whodunit. Stats, permanent +2 bonus to acrobatics, blade, marksman, security, and sneak. The Night Mother's Blessing is a permanent buff that players can get after completing the Dark Brotherhood quest, Whodunit. Once players receive their assignment from Okiva, they must travel to Skingrad and enter Summitmist Manor, where they must play the part of killer in a murder mystery. All of the Dark Brotherhood quests are worth doing for both reward and engaging stories, and this quest appears somewhat close to the end. Once players successfully fulfill their role for the Dark Brotherhood here, they can gain the Night Mother's Blessing, a powerful buff that permanently increases a couple of points in acrobatics, blade, marksman, security, and sneak. Grey Cowl of Nocturnal. Become the legendary Grey Fox. Quest, the ultimate heist. Stats, become the Grey Fox. Detect lift up to 120 feet, fortify sneak 25 points, feather 200 points. Getting access to the Grey Cowl of Nocturnal is no easy feat, as it requires completing the entirety of the Thieves Guild quest line. After completing 11 of the main Thieves Guild quests, players will finally get the Ultimate Heist quest, where they must steal a highly valuable item and find out the truth about the Grey Fox. The Grey Cowl of Nocturnal is essential for any thief-centered build. Wearing it makes NPCs unable to discern the player from themselves or the Grey Fox. On top of that, all infamy and bounties gained while wearing the cowl go away when taking it off, making it a perfect disguise for those looking to get away with any crime. Summon Golden Saint, Dark Seducer. Summoning Elite Daedra allies. Quest, the Helpless Army. Stats, summon Golden Saint or summon Dark Seducer. Before players can gain access to these powerful summons, they must first cross the threshold of madness through a strange door in Niban Bay and into the Shivering Isles. During the process of completing 9 of the main quests for Shivering Isles, players will have met the Daedric Prince of Madness, Sheogorath, and become the Duke or Duchess of either Mania or Dementia. In the Helpless Army quest, players will assist the Dark Seducers if they are the Duke or Duchess of Mania, and the Golden Saints if they are Duke or Duchess of Dementia. These summons are usable only once a day, but they are worth it due to how extremely powerful they are. They are immune to silence, with the Golden Saint being able to reflect spells with a lesser power that disintegrates weapons upon touch, and the Dark Seducer being able to absorb spells and absorb health on touch. Thanks for watching, please sub and like to support future content. Linktree in description to support social. Like, subscribe, and comment any games you want to know more about. Help me build this channel, so I can afford an editor, and start making gameplay and tutorial videos. Mehrunes Razor, the extremely sharp dagger. Quest or unearthing Mehrunes Razor. Stats or disintegrate armor 15 PTS for 7 seconds. Daedric banishing on strike. Mehrunes Razor is perfect for those who love chance, as the Daedric banishing enchantment on it has a chance of instantly killing a target based on the player's luck value. Unearthing Mehrunes Razor is a singular quest featuring a large challenging dungeon, but the dagger and other things found throughout are worth it. This quest can be started by overhearing rumors speaking of signs of life being spotted at Sundercliff Watch. Upon entering the ruined fort, players will be attacked by Drithmiri soldiers and will eventually find the Sundercliff village hidden away in the caves. The Morag Tong armor set can be found here, but it's well worth the effort to follow the quest all the way to the end to get Mehrunes Razor. Spellbreaker, best shield against all magic. Quest, Periite. Stats, reflect spell 30%. When players initially find Periite's shrine, they will find Periite's worshippers frozen still, standing in a sleep-like state and unresponsive to any interaction. Being at least level 10, players can speak with the Daedric Prince, who will inform them that after the followers' failed attempt to summon him, their souls were sent to Oblivion and trapped there. There are a total of 5 souls to rescue from the realm of Periite. Once players save the worshippers and return to the shrine of Periite, they will be rewarded with one of the best shields in the game, the Spellbreaker, a heavy armor Daedric artifact with a constant 30% spell reflection enchantment. Goldbrand, setting Tamriel ablaze. Quest, Boethia. Stats, 25 base damage. 22 PTS fire damage per hit. This quest is available to players who reach at least level 20, and it is started when they travel southeast of Cheydinhul, high in the Valus Mountains, and talk to Haikwan at Boethia's shrine. Players should have a Daedra heart ready to offer to Boethia, who accepts the offering but doesn't recognize them as a worthy chosen. Boethia opens a portal nearby and tells the player to fight in the Tournament of the Ten Bloods, facing off against Boethia's chosen one at a time in the realm of Oblivion. Waiting for this quest to appear and the challenge of completing it is well worth the effort. When players return to the shrine after winning the tournament, Boethia will grant them a golden katana known as Goldbrand. Since this quest has a fairly high level cap, this weapon only comes around mid-game but is possibly the most powerful one-handed weapon in Oblivion Remastered. Azura Star, the reusable soul gem. Quest, Azura. Stats, 0 weight reusable grand soul gem. Once players reach at least level 2, they can find the Shrine of Azura and speak to a night elf worshipper standing nearby. He suggests players leave an offering of glow dust to Azura's shrine at dawn or dusk. Once players place an offering, Azura will task them with killing former worshippers of Azura who have been turned into vampires and trapped in the gutted mine. This quest is fairly short and sweet, but it offers a ridiculously powerful Daedric artifact. Azura's Star is essentially a reusable grand soul gem. It still requires the capturing of souls, but since it never leaves the inventory, it has unlimited uses. Shadowmere, the trusty immortal steed. Quest, the Purification. Stats, essential mount. Getting Shadowmere requires players to join the Dark Brotherhood and make it very close to the end of the whole quest line. This shadowy steed is awarded to players once they complete the Purification quest, which is a quest that drastically changes what it means to be in the Dark Brotherhood. Once players succeed in their task of purification, Lucienne gives them Shadow Mirror. This horse is one of the fastest mounts in the game and the only essential horse, meaning that she cannot die. Shadow Mirror is not only helpful in completing the rest of the Dark Brotherhood, but she offers a permanent method of traveling quickly and safely around Cyrodiil without any extra magic. The Elder Scrolls IV, Oblivion Remastered. Released, April 22, 2025. Developed by Infinity Ward, and Raven Software. Available on PC, Xbox One, Android, iOS, PS4, Switch. Released on March 10, 2020. ESRB rating, M for mature.